The first thing anyone notices when they step into the Citadel of Crowns isn't the architecture, the gold-veined obsidian pillars, or the swirling holographic crests of 100 alien dynasties. It's the silence, the judgmental kind. I felt the weight of it the moment I walked in. Me, Evan Holt, 19 years old, human, Army recruit, second week of active deployment, and apparently the only one dumb enough to volunteer for a diplomatic escort mission to the galaxy's most arrogant royal species, the Vel'kari. I was told this would be a simple assignment. What they didn't mention was that the Vel'kari considered humans a curiosity at best, a primitive nuisance at worst. So when Princess Aeryn Vel'kari, heiress of the entire Sci-Fi Dominion, strode into the chamber in a gown woven from bioluminescent living silk, and looked me up and down, I knew something unpleasant was coming. Her violet eyes narrowed. She circled me slowly, her taloned fingers tapping against her chin as though evaluating a poorly made sculpture. Then she laughed, a sharp, musical sound that echoed off the chamber's vaulted ceiling. This, she announced loudly enough for every guard, advisor, and diplomat to hear, is a human representative, a child, a fledgling, a recruit. Heat crawled up my neck. Around me, Vel'kari nobles snickered. I clenched my jaw and gave the stiff human salute. Evan Holt, Tactical Division, assigned as your diplomatic escort per treaty protocol. Escort! She smirked, more like decoration. The nobles laughed again. I wanted to disappear, but orders were orders. The princess turned away dismissively. Try not to fall behind, little recruit. My schedule does not adjust for infants. And with that, the royal procession began. Beginning, the mocked recruit. The day was meant to be ceremonial, a tour of the Citadel Gardens, a public blessing at the Fountain of Stars, and then preparation for the great convocation the next morning. I tried to do my job. Stay quiet. Stay professional. Stay invisible. But Aeryn seemed determined to test me. She walked fast, forcing me to jog behind. She issued commands without looking at me. Human, adjust the temperature field. Human, fetch my cloak. Human, stand straighter. Your posture is offensive. I swallowed every retort. Humans were still newcomers to the Galactic Council, and Earth desperately needed allies. But humiliation stung, especially when, during the outdoor blessing ritual, she suddenly turned to the crowd of admirers and said, "Observe my escort. Isn't he adorable? He thinks being a recruit is a noble achievement." The crowd laughed. That was the moment I decided I didn't like Princess Aeryn, and as fate would have it, that was also the moment everything went wrong. The sky cracked open. A pulse of dark energy rippled across the horizon like the universe itself had been sliced. The royal guards reacted instantly, forming a shield formation. Advisors shouted commands. People screamed. A thunderous roar shook the Citadel grounds. My instincts kicked in. I grabbed Aeryn's arm. "Princess, we need to get you to cover." She ripped her arm free. "Do not touch me, human." But then the second roar came. Louder, closer. I didn't need a translator to recognize it. Apex predators, the most feared species in the Perseus Verge. Six-limbed, armor-plated, intelligent enough to coordinate ambushes, and loyal to no one, except they were never supposed to be anywhere near the Vel'kari systems. The air shimmered. A rift tore fully open, and from it stepped not one, not two, but 4 apex predators, each the size of an ancient earth tiger, with glowing amber eyes and jaws that could split a battle mech. The crowd panicked. Vel'kari guard prepared to fight. Princess Aeryn's arrogance vanished, replaced by pure terror. "We must retreat," a noble shouted. "Protect the princess. Evacuate the citadel." The predators advanced, jaws dripping venom. And all at once, every Vel'kari seemed to forget their supposed superiority. I didn't hesitate. I stepped in front of Aeryn. My heart hammered. My legs trembled. She grabbed my sleeve. "What are you doing?" You're just a recruit." "I know," I said, "but I'm the recruit who's here with you." The nearest predator crouched, preparing to leap. My training screamed run. But instead, I drew my sharp baton. It looked pitifully small compared to the beast's. Aeryn whispered, "You'll die." "Probably," I said, Stay behind me anyway. The predator lunged. I braced, and everything stopped. The beasts froze mid-stride. Their snarls softened. Their posture shifted. Then, to the horror of the Vel'kari, they bowed. All four apex predators lowered their massive heads toward me, toward my feet, and growled a deep, rumbling tone that wasn't a threat. It was submission. Gasps echoed across the courtyard. Aeryn stared at me like I had personally rewritten the laws of physics. What did you just do?" she whispered. I lowered my baton. I didn't do anything. The predators slowly rose. One stepped forward and nudged my hand with its snout, like a dog greeting its owner. Aeryn stepped back, trembling. This is impossible. Apex predators bow to no one, not even my mother. Maybe they're confused, I said weakly. But deep down, I felt something else, something old, buried, familiar. Because when I looked into the predator's eyes, I felt like I remembered them, not as monsters, but as allies. The energy pulse that had opened the rift flickered again, and suddenly, as quickly as they had appeared, the predators vanished back into the tear, leaving the courtyard silent and stunned. Princess Aeryn whispered the only words no Vel'kari royal had ever spoken to a human before. "Who? What are you?" Middle, the hunt for answers. The council chamber was chaos. Advisors argued. Scholars analyzed readings. Military commanders demanded security lockdowns. And Aeryn? She watched me, constantly, suspicious, curious, annoyingly fascinated. After the attack, she refused to walk without me. She refused to attend briefings unless I was in the room. And she refused to stop asking questions. You must be genetically modified. You must carry some ancient scent marker. You must have psychic influence. I don't. I insisted for the 10th time that hour. Then how do you explain that? She snapped, pointing to the holographic replay of the predators bowing. I sighed. I can't. She crossed her arms. Then I'll find someone who can. She grabbed my wrist and practically dragged me through the citadel towards the archives. I followed, confused but resigned. The archives were a labyrinth of glowing data crystals, ancient scrolls, and preserved relics from before the Vel'kari rose to power. Aeryn marched straight to the restricted wing. The guards hesitated. Princess, this wing is forbidden. The queen has self-limited access. I am her daughter, Aeryn said sharply, and the balance of our dominion demands answers. She pulled me inside. Crystal lamps flickered to life, illuminating murals that depicted old interstellar wars, extinct species, and forgotten alliances. Aeryn stopped before one mural in particular, a tall bipedal figure surrounded by bowing predators. Its armor was sleek, its posture proud, and its silhouette eerily human. My chest tightened. What is this? Aeryn traced the alien glyphs. A myth. An old Vel'kari tale of a warrior race called the Khalari. They commanded the apex predator clans. They protected worlds. And what happened to them? They vanished millennia ago. I frowned. Humans aren't that old in spacefaring terms. Yes, she said softly, but your DNA, your resilience, your neural patterns. She stepped closer, studying me as though seeing me for the first time. Evan Holt, I think you are a descendant of the Khalari. I laughed weakly. Aeryn, humans evolved on Earth. We have no alien ancestors. Maybe Earth wasn't your beginning, she countered. Maybe it was your refuge. I wanted to deny it, but the predators bowing, the instinctive calm I'd felt, the strained familiarity, it made a terrifying sort of sense. Before I could speak, alarms blared. A hologram flickered into existence. Princess Aeryn, a guard reported breathlessly. The apex predators have reappeared. They've encircled the citadel. Aeryn paled. Prepare defenses. Princess, they're not attacking. Then what are they doing? They are waiting. Waiting for what? The guard hesitated, then looked directly at me. For him. Aeryn turned toward me slowly. Her voice was barely above a whisper. Evan, they're calling to you. The realm of the predators. We made our way to the outer courtyard. Dozens of apex predators surrounded the citadel walls. Some perched on archways. Others stood in formation. All bowed their heads when I stepped outside. A ripple of sound, something like a harmonious growl, filled the air. Aeryn clutched my sleeve. You don't have to go to them. Yes, I said quietly. I do. She swallowed. Then I'm coming with you. I blinked at her. Seriously? You are under my royal protection, she said quickly, cheeks flushing. I cannot let you wander into danger. I almost smiled. The same princess who'd mocked me hours ago now refused to leave my side. We approached the largest predator. It lowered itself until its massive head was level with mine. A deep vibration resonated from its chest, a wordless speech. Then something strange happened. Its mind touched mine. Not painfully, not forcefully, more like a memory being offered. I saw flashes of ancient battles, Khalari warriors commanding these beasts, a galaxy united under their guidance. Then I saw the extinction, the Khalari erased by a cosmic plague, the predators left leaderless, wandering across realms. Until now, until me, when the vision ended, I staggered. Aeryn grabbed my shoulders. What did you see? I whispered. They think I'm one of the last Khalari, or at least their successor. Before she could reply, the lead predator projected an image from its crystalline eyes, a dark nebula, a fleet of shadowed ships, a symbol, spiral with a vertical slash. Aeryn inhaled sharply. The Voidforged. They are coming here. The predator growled. Aeryn turned to me, fear replacing all arrogance. If the Voidforged are moving, she said quietly, the galaxy is in danger, and if the predators are choosing you. She took my hand. We need you. The Great Convocation. The next morning's convocation was no longer a peaceful diplomatic gathering. It was a war council. Representatives from 50 species gathered in the colossal amphitheater. Holograms of star systems blinked overhead. Alerts chimed nonstop. Aeryn stood beside me, not in front of me, not above me. Beside, when the queen entered, the entire chamber bowed, except the apex predators behind me, who merely dipped their heads politely. The queen studied me with piercing silver eyes. I have heard interesting things about you, Evan Holt. I bowed. Your Majesty, I never intended. She raised a hand. No, but intention and destiny rarely align. Aeryn stepped forward. Mother, the Voidforged are returning. The predators showed us. I know, the queen said gravely. Scouts have confirmed their breach signatures. She addressed the assembly. Long ago, the Khalari protected the galaxy from the Voidforged. Without them, we fell into disunity. But now, her gaze shifted to me. Their legacy might not be entirely lost. Murmurs spread. The queen continued. Evan Holt, human recruit, you have a choice. Step forward and take command of the apex predators. Become the Khalari successor they believe you to be, or step back and return to Earth. My heart pounded. I wasn't a hero. I wasn't a chosen one. I was a kid who joined the military to afford college. But every predator bowed behind me, and every alien in the amphitheater prayed for an answer. Aeryn reached out, slipping her fingers into mine. You stood in front of me when you were just a recruit, she whispered. Imagine what you could become now. I exhaled, then stepped forward. I accept. The chamber erupted. Predators roared. Diplomats gasped. Aeryn smiled with fierce pride. The queen nodded. Then let the galaxy bear witness. The Khalari rise again. The final battle. We prepared for war. Apex predators became our vanguard. Vel'kari starships formed a defensive grid. Human fleets arrived through jump gates, stunned to see me at the center of a galactic alliance. Aeryn stayed by my side every moment. And when the Voidforged armada finally arrived, a swarm of obsidian warships that blotted out the stars, we were ready. The predators charged first, tearing through enemy lines with coordinated precision. Vel'kari fighters launched orbital strikes. Human cruisers provided artillery support. In the middle of it all, I felt the predators' minds with mine. I guided them. They protected me. Aeryn fought too, piloting a sleek royal starfighter, weaving through enemy formations with impossible grace. When the Voidforged dreadnought targeted her ship, I felt it like a knife to the spine. I pushed the predators to intercept. They swarmed the dreadnought, ripping into its armor, disabling its core. Aeryn's voice crackled through comms. "Evan, you amazing idiot, you saved me." "Get used to it," I said breathlessly. Hours later, when the final Voidforged ship fell, the Alliance erupted in victorious cheers. The predators gathered around me on the flagship's deck. Aeryn landed her fighter and ran straight to me. "You did it," she breathed. "We did it," I corrected. She hesitated, then stepped close. "I misjudged you, Evan Holt. Deeply. Terribly." "Yeah," I said teasingly. "You did." She punched my shoulder lightly. "Don't push your luck." Then she smiled, a real smile, not a royal one. "Ready for your next mission, Khalari, as long as you're on the team." Ending. The Recruit Who Rose. The convocation was reconvened weeks later. This time, not in panic, but in celebration. The apex predators entered first, bowing to me, then the Vel'kari, then the human delegates. Princess Aeryn stood proudly beside me as a queen addressed the assembly. "Let the galaxy remember," the queen declared, "that a human recruit restored an ancient legacy and united species that had long forgotten brotherhood." Applause thundered. Aeryn leaned in and whispered, "See, Evan, I told you being just a recruit was adorable." I gave her a mock glare. "Really?" She smirked. "Really?" Then, softer, "But you're not just a recruit anymore." And as the predators roared and the galaxy witnessed a new beginning, I realized she was right. I wasn't just a recruit. I was a bridge between species, the heir to a forgotten order. And somehow, against all odds, the princess who once mocked me now walked at my side, not out of duty, but out of respect, and maybe something more.